Thursday Hoops. One of the most consistent shot makers in NBA history, Rip Hamilton and the Detroit Pistons go up against the New York Knicks. Detroit, New York, up next.
Athletic and explosive. There's a look at Tayshaun Prince arriving earlier today. We are holding court in the home of the Knicks, New York City. Here with Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan for 2K Sports and our presentation of the NBA. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Tracy McGrady is out there with Richard Hamilton. Then there's Jason Maxiell and Monroe. And for the Knicks, Felton and Azubuike manning the backcourt. Stoudemire and Turioff in the middle, and Gallinari. With all the competing players in the Pistons backcourt, Clark, how do you start divvying up the minutes?
Well, that's a coach's challenge. I mean, when you have a crowded position or a crowded backcourt in the case of Detroit, and you have offensive-minded guards, I think the players are going to have to determine where they best fit in and agree to be accountable in those areas.
Here's Felton. Stoudemire backing him down. Azubuike, the three, shot's good. Hamilton with it. Now Felton defending. Now Monroe. And he lays that one up and in for two. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, John Kuster gave me just a couple of moments to catch up with him. With the athleticism his team has, Coach said he doesn't want to see his players hold back at all. While he doesn't want to turn the game into an extended highlight reel, he does want to see them drive to the basket aggressively and not hesitate to throw down any dunks. Guys?
Thanks again, Doris. New York on D. Prince, the pass to McGrady. From the stripe, hits back rim and gets a nice bounce. McGrady's got his first points in this one. Well, this has been one of the sad stories, Clark, in the NBA with the superstar. Tracy McGrady struggling with injuries. Heaven knows, Clark, how truly great he could have been had he stayed healthy.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's unfortunate because he was truly one of the outstanding talents in the league and was very productive when healthy, but the injuries would always short-circuit or sabotage any type of...
And he slams it home. Here's the replay on the Sprite Slam Cam.
He made sure to get a little extra hang time there, just to rub it in the defender's face a bit.
Look out below. I wasn't sure he was ever going to come down. Here's Felton. About 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Now Azubuike. Turioff, defended by Maxiell. Goes up. And the basket by Turioff.
Well, it's been a good shooting start to the game. Shooting 75% from the field on their first 4 shots.
Azubuike against McGrady. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
They're all business here. No messing around right now. Perfect shooting to start.
Gallinari against Prince. A nice shot by Gallinari.
They start off shooting 80% from the field after that last one. That's a great start for them.
Here's McGrady. Back to Hamilton. Here's McGrady. Jacks up the triple, and that is good. McGrady's got 7 points in the game.
Just put the ball in his hands, Kevin, and watch him go to work. He's going to make something good happen.
Stoudemire in the post. He's against Maxiell. Azubuike for 3. And again, New York with the triple.
That's exactly the way you practice. Hit the open man for the great look.
The Knicks came in 11th place in the Eastern Conference, Clark, a season ago, going 29-53.
And that record included 20-32 in the Eastern Conference. Coach D'Antoni, well respected around the league, but even in the East, he just didn't have enough firepower or defense to have a better record.
Here's Felton. 1:41 left in the first. Gallinari with it. Stoudemire, defended by Maxiell. Azubuike for 3. Tayshaun Prince with the rebound. Well, Coach John Kuster played for North Carolina back in college. Yeah, he was a defensive-minded guard, helped them reach the NCAA Finals in '77.
And Kevin, he also played a handful of seasons in the NBA, then coached in college, 14 years as an assistant coach in the NBA, and last season he finally gets his opportunity to sit in the hot seat.
For the Knicks, Anthony Randolph, he's checked in for Turi. Roger Mason is subbed in for Kalena Azubuike. Ben Wallace, he's checked in for Detroit. Urebko comes in for Tayshaun Prince. Here is Felton. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. And here's Gallinari. It's dumped off. Let's go with a three. Got a hand on it. Well, Coach John Kuster, his first season as a head coach has not been easy with this Detroit team.
No, the Pistons disappointed, and for the first time coach, I think he's starting to feel that seat get a little hotter, although his team was injured quite a bit.
Here's Mason. That's good, and so Felton has the assist there.
For a player of his skill, it's going to take a lot better defense than that.
Felton against Hamilton. Shot clock at 5. Another three for Detroit.
That's a good job going right back at him with a three of their own.
Stoudemire backing him down. There's Gallinari with the three. And again, New York with the triple. And so the end of one sees some big buckets. Knicks lead by 1.
Well, Kevin, they've been filling it up from long range. Those three-pointers add up quickly.
It's more NBA coming your way. And it's been a tight game as the second quarter gets going. Here's Hamilton. So with Stoudemire sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Mike D'Antoni right now. Felton and Azubuike manning the backcourt. Turiev out there with Amundsen and Chandler. Monroe's shot is good.
What a hard-fought game. They're trading baskets, trading elbows, trading attitude. It's a battle.
Well, Clark, last season, a grisly one for the Pistons. Their record was really something.
Yeah, it was a tough season. And if the season was tough, how about the traveling? On the road, just 10-31, Kevin. That was the third worst record on the road in the East.
Let's go to our great sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for an update. Doris?
Kevin, Amari Stoudemire lost 20 pounds over the course of last season, dropping his body fat to an incredible 5%. He said, I feel great. My explosiveness is back. My quickness is back. My IQ of the game. Everything's back at 100%. A pretty good sales pitch for a nice big contract, if you ask me. And that's exactly what he got, gentlemen.
He certainly did, and Knicks fans hoping he'll be worth every penny. Thank you, Doris.
Shooting for New York, Wilson Chandler. 2 shots.
The first one falls. So, Clark, how do the Pistons get back to their winning ways?
Well, you first start off with personnel. It's going to be difficult based on the players they have to really make headway, but they've got to be healthy, and then they've got to become better at the defensive end of the floor.
And better on the road, too, huh?
Well, defense will help you do that.
Yes, right. The Pistons making a switch here. Stuckey's checked in. Villanueva with a screen on Felton. Hamilton against Felton. Monroe gets rid of it. Stuckey, he's covered by Azubuike. 4 on the clock. With 1 second left, again the Pistons good for 2.
I thought that was a real good job to look for the shot they wanted and then be patient enough to wait for it.
Rip Hamilton with his slender build, 6'7", about 195. He's a bit of a greyhound, always in motion.
And he's old school, too. Keeps it very simple, tough-minded, excellent in terms of how he conditions himself. You've got to be in shape to stay with him.
Behind the arc, another three for Detroit.
Kevin, this has really been a competitive, fun game.
New York trailing. Here's Turioff. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Monroe.
Despite their struggles, I mean, they still draw, the Knicks still draw plenty of fans. I mean, the 5th highest attendance numbers in the league last season. Over 19,000 fans a night.
And that one misses for the Knicks. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Amundsen. Alinari comes in for Azubuike. And Tony Douglas is subbed in for Raymond Felton. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Well, Clark, New York always considered a mecca for basketball.
Yeah, they produced some outstanding players over the years, and they're knowledgeable fans, they're passionate fans. I always looked forward to going to New York. Even if I knew it was going to be a tough game for us to win, just being in that environment was exciting.
This is a great building.
It is a terrific building with great energy.
Here's Hamilton. Another three for Detroit.
Some players really look for the three-point shot in transition. It's one of the best times to shoot it. You have to be a sharpshooter, though, and of course, he is.
And the basket by Turioff.
Right now, he's just too good, Kevin. Way too good. They need to bring a second defender and try to make him give up the ball.
Monroe sets a pick. Working on Turioff. Now Urebka. Monroe. He's guarded by Chandler. With the fadeaway. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
He is an absolute beast off the low block. And whoever's guarding him, I feel sorry for him.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And let's go to Doris Berg. Doris, what do you have for us?
Well, Kevin, an interesting combination of players for the Detroit Pistons, and there are questions about whether Rip Hamilton and Ben Gordon can work well together. They're both jump shooters who play well off the ball. Gordon said, people are going to say, yeah, those two definitely can't play together. But I look at myself as a combo guard. I see myself being able to exist in the game at the same time as Rip, being able to play off of him and make plays for him. Kevin, we'll see how this tandem works out.
Thank you, Doris.
Trying to find the right combination in the Motor City, that's going to be hard. You know, after some of the great teams they've had to go through this process of finding themselves again.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
Kevin, that's the kind of shot you want. You can't ask for better execution on offense, but sometimes they just don't fall.
Here's Azubuike. Kept alive. And good as he stays with it. 8 points for him.
Snares the offensive rebound, then sends it home.
And here is McGrady. He's got 11. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
You got to be on point against this guy. If you sleep or relax, one bad move and he'll make you pay.
Stoudemire. Working on Maxiel. Here's Azubuike. And that one's in from the low post. And they draw to within 3.
Well, he's really doing all he can to keep his team in the game here. What a tremendous effort.
Monroe with it, working on Stoudemire. Azubuike against McGrady. 4 seconds left. No good. And New York takes it the other way. Takes it up. Azubuike. Good. He's got 12.
Good execution on the break leads to the nice bucket.
Here comes Bynum. No points for him. McGrady against Azubuike. McGrady with the ball. It's rebounded by Randolph.
That's not something you'll see very often. Not the mid-range jumper he wanted, but off target.
That'll do it for the first half.
It's been a good one for Hamilton. 13 points, and he's hit a trio of three-pointers to give himself 9 points from downtown. He's been putting it up, and it's been going down 100% from the floor.
The Pistons on top. They lead by 1.
And here it is, HP at the half. We got an excellent game going on in New York City. The Pistons are going all out to stay in it. They've been in an incredible rhythm offensively. If you're wondering why it's dark in the gym, they've shot the lights out. Richard Hamilton not having any problems out there. And what a game we're getting out of Tracy McGrady. On the other side, the Knicks looking pretty solid as well. A great unselfish play, pinpoint passing all around. This is good team basketball. An all-around great effort by Kelena Azubuike. Danilo Gallinari also has been a big factor. Some great basketball in today's action from these two as they've led the way in scoring for their teams. And now that's it for us here in the studios. Let's send you back to your arena. Kevin Harlan, Clark Kellogg, Doris Burke, waiting to call the second half for you.
And now the start of the second half. Very close game so far. Here's Hamilton. He's got 13 on the floor for Detroit. Tracy McGrady is out there with Richard Hamilton. Then there's Jason Maxiell. Then it's Greg Monroe and Prince. Here's Monroe. Back to McGrady. Hamilton. He's covered by Felton. 4 on the shot clock. McGrady. 2 on the clock. And he hits the jumper for 2.
Yes, sir.
McGrady's got 15 points.
You know, the Knicks really struggled in terms of defensive efficiency last year. I mean, they were the 4th worst team in that category last season.
A nice shot by Gallinari. Here's McGrady. 15 points in the game. From downtown. No good. And New York takes it the other way. And Clark, for the Knicks, some people have said that Mike D'Antoni, not a defensive-minded coach. Do you think that has anything to do with their struggles?
I really don't think so, Kevin. I mean, he was extremely successful in Phoenix. He had tremendous personnel. They were a really good offensive team, but better defensively than people thought. I think it's about personnel, maturing of players, and making a commitment to the defensive end of the floor.
Here is Felton. Not on the scoreboard yet.
Tayshaun Prince is one of the few pieces left from those great Piston teams along with Rip Hamilton. But he had an injury-riddled season last year.
Deep 2 from Azubuike. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there. Here's Hamilton. 13 points in the game. McGrady kicks to Hamilton. Easy shot. Clanked off the front of the rim. The Knicks with the lead. Now Hamilton defending. Now Felton. And Gallinari kicks to Stoudemire. Felton with the ball. From about 16, kept alive. Stoudemire inside. Defended by Maxiell. It's Kelena Azubuike on the wing. And again, New York with the triple. And it's too bad with Prince. The Pistons really could have used him in Clark, what was a disaster of a season for him a year ago.
Yeah, it was hard to watch. I mean, I think his absence and the record illustrates exactly what he brings to the table. Leadership, consistency, and versatility.
And that one's good. McGrady.
That's exactly where the coach wants him to get his shot, Kevin. Right there from mid-range.
New York calls timeout. Ben Wallace, he's checked in for the Pistons. Stuckey comes in for Richard Hamilton.
Keep it going. One more time. Let me hear it for your Knicks City Dancers.
So here's Gallinari. He's got 11. Guarded by Prince. A foul called, and he earns a trip to the line.
Looking at the game Gallinari has been having, he's got 11 points, and he's given them a spark from outside with 3 three-pointers. He's knocking down threes as effectively as twos, and that's saying something.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And so he makes both from the line. Here's Stuckey, looking for his first bucket of the game. The Detroit Pistons trying to get back on track after an uncharacteristic losing season a year ago.
Yeah, and Kevin, if they're going to climb back up in the standings in the East, they can start by taking care of some of the teams in the Eastern Conference. I mean, they were just 18-34 playing against teams in the East last season.
Here is Felton. Stoudemire backing him down. Just fine on the clock. Azubuike, good.
He's really one of the big reasons why they have the lead now. He's playing an extremely efficient game. It's fun to watch.
Azubuike against McGrady. He's covered by Azubuike. Gets the bucket. McGrady's got 19 points.
He's got a sky-high field goal percentage, and that's because he's been working to get good looks.
And here's Azubuike. Lets loose for three, and that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. And the Knicks lead by 6. And it's the Pistons with the ball. 6-point game. Maxiel with a screen on Azubuike. McGrady kicks to Maxiel, and there's the dunk.
That's how you do it. That was a nice setup. I mean, the pick was in the right place, right where it should have been.
Followed the strategy that is mapped out on the sideline. Those timeouts mean a lot for these guys.
Yes, they do.
And that was our Sprite Slam Cam, bringing you the close-up on the big jam. Felton the pass to Stoudemire. Here's Azubuike. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one.
His second versus second team. At the line for the Knicks, Azubuike. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Wilson Chandler's checked in for the Knicks. Douglas comes in for Raymond Felton. Detroit also making some changes. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Wallace. And Richard Hamilton has subbed in for Rodney Stuckey. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
As a team, they've been perfect from the line in this half. They've made them all. That's a good job, and that's exactly what you want. When you're going to get to the line, take advantage of those freebies.
On the wing, Tracy McGrady. Another 3 for Detroit.
He had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Hamilton against Douglas. And here's Azubuike. He's got 27. McGrady with the ball. For the tie, another 3 for Detroit.
When he gets it going like this, you've got to double team it. That's your only hope.
And so after 3 quarters of play and some great offensive output, this one is tied.
Check out the game for Kelenna Azubuike. He's got 27 points, and he's buried a ton of three-pointers in this game, too. He's been just as deadly from beyond the arc as he's been inside of it.
Back in a moment from New York. Fourth quarter getting going here. It's time for our Sprite Spark of the Game report. Let's go to Doris Burke.
Come on, man.
Hey, Kevin, well, our spark of the game goes to the Knicks for that major surge. Their offense heated up in the third quarter, and that changed the complexion of this basketball game, guys.
Great, Doris. That big scoring run being a difference maker, Clark, in this game.
Well, it often comes in spurts, Kevin. Spurtability is what I call it, and that's what happened today.
Here is Felton. So with Stoudemire sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Mike D'Antoni right now. Wilson Chandler out there with Amundsen. Then there's Felton. Then it's Walker and Turioff.
Outstanding job there to contest the shot and grab the miss. That's how you play defense.
And that one's good. McGrady.
When the margin's this tight, every basket starts to take on a little bit more meaning.
Now Chandler. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. You got to stop the layup there. Make him earn his points from the line.
Shooting for New York, Wilson Chandler.
And the first one at the line is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's McGrady. Monroe with the screen. Goes up, and he jams it in beautifully.
These clubs have been lighting up the scoreboard all game long.
New York trailing. Here is Felton. Gets the bucket and the foul. Rip Hamilton picks that one up.
That's a heck of a job to lay it in around the taller defender, Kevin. Lovely, agile finish.
At the line for the Knicks, Raymond Felton. Shooting 1.
And he makes the free throw. Here's Hamilton. McGrady up top. He dumps it off. Now Urebko. 4 on the shot clock. That's good. Great play set up by T-Mac, Tracy McGrady. And the Pistons lead by 2. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Mike D'Antoni gave to his team during that break. He told them, hey, why not keep taking those threes? We're hitting them. If they're not going to close out on us, let's make them pay. Players love that green light, Kevin.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Stoudemire's checked in for Amundsen. Azubuike comes in for Bill Walker. And Tony Douglas is subbed in for Raymond Felton. And the Pistons making a change here. Here's Stoudemire. Rebound by Ben Gordon.
Surprisingly, he hasn't really been a big part of their offense. I don't think he ever got into a rhythm.
To the wing. It's tipped.
Nice anticipation right there to snatch that one.
And here's Douglas. Takes a 3, and that one's good.
Great pick there. The defender was stopped in his track, and it freed up the easy basket.
Gordon with it. He's covered by Azubuike. And Craig Monroe with the slam.
Boy, he flushes it with such strength, Kevin.
Yeah, how about that one, Clark? He continues to top himself.
Yeah, he's outdoing himself, isn't he?
Here's Douglas. 2:31 left in the fourth. Azubuike for 3. And again, New York with the triple.
He's been on a tear from the three-point line this game.
And it's the Pistons with the ball. They've trailed by as many as 6. Now Hamilton. Outside Gordon. Pass to Hamilton. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
He's been stroking it from long range all game long. Actually, most of his points have come from beyond the arc.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're down by 1. 1:59 left in the game. So for the Knicks, Alinari comes in for Wilson Chandler. It's Felton in for Tony Douglas. Then for the Pistons, Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Monroe. McGrady comes in for Urebko. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Ben Gordon. Here is Felton. Jump-off pass. Stoudemire, right side. Alinari with it. Over McGrady. A nice shot by Gallinari. And the Knicks lead by 1. Now the Pistons with it. They trail by 1. Stuckey kicks to Hamilton. McGrady against Gallinari. Takes it up, and that one's good. McGrady's got 29.
No one really contested him at the basket that time, Kevin. He's just too good in there to leave the door open for.
Here's Stuckey. Now Felton defending. And here is Stuckey. Lets it go from the wing. Again, the Pistons good for two.
As if there was any question, Kev. He's just not fazed by the pressure. He stays focused and always makes big plays.
Here's Azubuike, and the Knicks good for two.
The intensity level has really picked up here in the second half.
1:08 left in the fourth. Hamilton with it. McGrady, Gallinari covering. Now McGrady. Shot clock at 5. Gallinari covering, and that one's good. McGrady.
Oh, that's much in the clutch. They needed that one, Kev.
Decisive possession. The crowd on the edge of their seats. Less than 1 minute left. Stoudemire the pass to Felton. Gallinari inside the three-point line. Turioff is whistled for the loose ball foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And it's Detroit's ball. 3-point lead. Off the inbound. And there's Tracy McGrady, the assist by Prince. McGrady's got 33 points. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 5. 27 seconds left in the game. Here's Azubuike. Back to Stoudemire. Leads him with the pass. Slams it through.
That was a terrific throwdown. I mean, the D wanted nothing to do with that one.
Well, they got to protect the rim much better than that.
Yeah, but he came with force there, Kevin. That's the right move. Stop the clock and hope they make a mistake you can take advantage of.
Sinks the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Gets them both, and it's a 5-point ball game.
Kevin, that trip to the line was huge, and he builds their lead to 2 possessions.
Started by Prince. Out to Gallinari. Shoots the 3. And again, New York with the triple.
He just keeps knocking them down from deep. I can relate to that. Some days it seems like you just can't miss.
It stays here. Here's Hamilton. The dump off. Here's Stuckey. Off from three-point land. And so it's the Pistons who come out on top here. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome, but maybe not so much with the margin.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long and thanks for joining us as we leave you with the Jordan Brand Player of the Game.